This episode of Chuffed Adventures, Mum and I explore the beauty and culture of Lake Atitlan before getting a taste of the good and bad side of the active volcanoes in Guatemala. Alright, I'm on the bus. There was a little bit of a disaster because I found water in the bilge and I think it was coming from one of the seacocks, so I put a bunch of 5200, like a bunch, around it, and I've got the neighbours checking on it, so because I fly out tomorrow, so I can't really wait an extra day to get the bus, so stressful, but hopefully it'll be all good. Alright, what are we going to see? We're at the airport in San Jose and we are heading to Guatemala and we'll arrive tonight. And then tomorrow we leave Guatemala City and head to Lake Atitlan. Atitlan. Yeah. Atitlan. And I want to show you my mum's bag because it's crazy.
There you go. Nice.
That's small. I thought I packed light and she's here for like 5 weeks. And that's it. I'm very proud.
I've done well.
All right. We'll talk more tomorrow. All right. We made it to the lake. Super, super, super pretty here. Lake Atitlan is located 1,500 metres above sea level and approximately a 4-hour drive from Guatemala City. We were staying in the cute dockside town of Pacaya, and it didn't take me long to make some furry friends.
Hi, swimming in the lake.
Alright, so this is Santa Catarina. So the tuk-tuk up here was about $7, and it was a really pretty ride, as you can see. And we're going to go to the lake, and there's some hot springs here as well that are like joined onto the lake, so we'll go see what they look like. But it's a very cute little town. So this is the dock at Santa Catarina. Cute little boats. And we're pretty sure the hot springs are over this way a bit, so you can walk along the shore here. And we've just come down the main street here. So this street goes up and there's shopping to the main area of town. We saw lots of women washing in the lake. Unfortunately, human activity such as laundry, farming and other chemical processes has led to a higher concentration of phosphorus, nitrogen and other organics in the lake, which can lead to algal blooms. It still didn't stop us wanting to get in though. Alright, so these are the little hot springs. So you can see the town over there. And they're just kind of like a little area that's been pulled off and all the hot water comes in over here. So the water bubbling up from here is like boiling hot, and then it comes out into the little pools and cools down a bit so you get to sit out. Cold?
Cold? No, ten cuidado, claro, hay mucho platino.
After enjoying a dip, we checked out the local market where native Mayans sell handmade goods. Y es todo con tus manos.
Ajá,
¿Sí?
con su mano.
Yeah.
Mira cómo le hace, mira cómo le hace. Mira cómo le hace el señor, ¿no?
She just said it takes 2 weeks to make one. Alright, so we got a tuk-tuk to the lake, to Santa Catarina, and on the way back to Pacaya we've jumped in a ute, and it's only like 50 cents per person equivalent, so going to cost us $1 to get back. So all in all, pretty cheap day. And everything we did down there was free, so it basically just cost us less than $8 in transport. Nice morning. Alright, so this is Lake Atitlan Nature Reserve, and we're on the monkey trail, so hopefully we'll see some monos. How do you feel about the bridge? Good? Made it. Look at that. It's pretty. So that's Pacaya there, and we rode kind of from this area up, 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 and then down this little hill and down, 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 down to here. Alright. We've seen the monkeys, but now we are on the search for the elusive coati and maybe some toucans. Super pretty though.
We didn't end up seeing the coatis, but we still had a great morning. The next day we decided to explore the small towns surrounding the lake, of which there are many. All of these little towns can be reached by water taxi, which takes less than 30 minutes. In saying that though, exploring these towns does require a level of fitness and adventure due to the elevations, but the views on top are absolutely breathtaking. We decided to walk between two towns, and the path was a little bit of an adventure. Very beautiful, but not always easy to follow.
So, interesting fact about Lake Atitlan that I didn't know. It's actually a glacier, like a glacial lake, but because it's surrounded by all these huge volcanoes, it stays quite warm. So, quite interesting. We're at pretty high elevation here too. Path is starting to get a little less obvious, but not too bad. Buenas. ¿Es esta la dirección a Jabelito? Sí, gracias. More stairs. Whee. We've been rewarded with some pretty views. Our goal is in sight. We want to go there. The path, the so-called path over the rocks, right beside a sheer drop. We're finally going down. I can't really appreciate the drop from up here, but it is a drop, like right off the edge.
With changes in the lake depths, which can reach up to 350 metres, areas like this have ended up underwater, making for very beautiful scenery and a fun playground for big kids like me.
Enjoying the day by the lake, are you? What a handsome boy.
It's a pretty full boat. We're going to San Marcos.
Walking down the street, we came across two young backpackers with a cardboard box. Every veterinarian knows what lives inside cardboard boxes, and sure enough there was a very ill puppy that had been abandoned and desperately needed veterinary care. There were no veterinarians in town, so we went off to the local pharmacy for some baby amoxicillin. We also tracked down some baby soy milk for her and puppy food. I gave the backpackers instructions on her care, including how much to feed her and when to give her her medication, and they looked after her for 2 days before we managed to track down a local animal rescue group who then came to take her for further treatment and adoption.
Delicious. Alright, we just got these chocolate strawberries from the chocolate factory here in San Marcos, and they're so good. We're like frozen. I didn't realise the lake could get so lazy.
Back in Pacaya, we assisted with a dog rescue. A very handsome boy that had been getting beat up on the streets. He only added to the eclectic collection of dogs at the local hostel. Pretty cute and really nice that they keep rescuing. After an amazing time at the lake, we're off to Antigua. where the Spanish architecture and constant cultural bustle makes for a very fun day of exploring.
I'm going to run around the other side. So this is the base of Volcano de Pacaya, and we will be hiking up to 2.5 kilometers elevation. It is an active volcano. So we've got a 3-kilometer hike up, but if you get tired you can get a horse.
Lo que es la ceniza, como ashes, se fue a una distancia hacia el norte, vertical.
Okay, so the guide just told us the last big eruption was in 2010. They still get lava and vibrations though, and that eruption had ash for over 70 kilometers, so
Todo acá es
it's
de
a big one.
plantación de maíz, ¿sí? De maíz, pequeña plantación y de
All the
durazno,
cornfields,
durazno como peach.
making friends. Makes it look easy, huh? So this is the lookout for 3 volcanoes. This one is Agua, Acatenango and Fuego erupted down in that direction, so the lava went down this way. So I think we're at like just over 2,000 meters now, and she said about 5 minutes ago we had a kilometer to go, so we're getting there. But as you can tell, the elevation makes it so you get a little tired a little quickly, but it's a really beautiful walk. Most of it's in the shade and you have regular stops. And now I'm going to stop talking so I can breathe.
Chapines. El nombre es de Guatemala. Chapines porque no están acostumbrados.
So you can see all the lava flow here. And you might notice some people way up there. They're not meant to be there. They're trying to yell at them to come back. We are going to toast marshmallows on lava, I believe. Or like rocks. Hot rocks. Should be fun. This bit's really slippery. Everyone's slipping and sliding down the hill. Marshmallows. You can really feel the heat coming off it.
Yeah.
It's really hot. You can feel it actually just sitting here too, coming up. It's good. So Pacaya is one of 3 active volcanoes here in Guatemala. She's very active at the moment. Look at all that smoke. It's very cool. Alright, on our way down. Should be easier than coming up. This place is extremely beautiful. It's Mum's taking a photo of me. It costs, with transport to here, it was $20 a person, included entry, the guide, bowl of water, and yeah, transport, which is about an hour and a half from Antigua. So totally worth doing. I mean, look at this. All this lava. It's just really incredible. Really, really incredible. Worth the hike? Worth the hike? Worth the hike, yes. Yeah, cool, huh? Very cool. So I'm just waiting to be picked up by the animal brigade. I don't know a lot exactly about what this will entail, but from what I gather, we're going to the volcano affected areas and doing some sort of animal work. So we shall see. I also don't know how much filming I'll be able to do because it seems pretty official so far. I've had to give like passport numbers to get permission and things like that. So we will see what happens.
Volcano de Fuego erupted 1.5 months before my arrival in Antigua. Donations were still flooding in to help those displaced. When the families fled the area, the animals were all left behind, and a local veterinary team have been coming out day after day to feed them and care for them until their humans can return. For the few people that remained behind, they are all but isolated from the real world, unable to get supplies easily. From where we stood in ash, a line of dead trees could be seen, indicating where the lava flow occurred. It's pretty crazy to think that these areas that I was working in would have been covered in ash not long ago. Police blockades lined the streets, and we drove close to the area that had been heavily affected by the lava, but unfortunately I couldn't do any filming. What I saw was pretty scary. It looked like a giant landslide, but it was actually just thick lava flow and ash. It had cleared a path and absolutely nothing remained. When I asked about the number of people displaced and killed, I got fairly wishy-washy answers. It seems like even the government doesn't know the exact amount. Due to the rapid nature of the eruption, nobody was evacuated, so everything in its pathway was destroyed, and most estimates say around 120 or more people were killed. But given what I saw, I can see how difficult it is to say with certainty, because you really can't tell what's under all that ash and lava in some areas. But ultimately, in the surrounding towns, life continued much as normal, with markets, school, work, a sure sign the people in this area will recover from this. We spent our remaining time in Antigua enjoying the views, the amazing food, and of course, the beautiful architecture and culture. Next episode, we continue the Guatemalan adventure with natural wonders and ancient ruins. Until next time, stay chuffed, everybody.